What's up, guys? This is Ashton with Freedom Fitness Equipment, and here with another video on the best bumper plates for a budget.
Hooray for me! Thank you, George.
Let's go. All right, so if you've been in the home gym or the commercial gym space long enough, you've known there's a ton of different bumper plates out there. There's some really crappy bumpers that you can find at Walmart or some commercial retailers, and then there's super premium competition style bumpers you might see Brandon Campbell Diamond or Gluck reviewing. By the way, go check out Adrian Gluck's video where he cuts these open and shows you the inside of the bumper. Crazy!
Holy Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
If you've seen those videos, you know there's a bunch of different varieties and types, and I want to show you today what the best bumper plate is if you're on a budget.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Then there's an alternative option that is a little bit more premium if you don't want to worry about some of the issues that plague some of the budget bumper plates.
No! 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 Fuck! Shit!
What I'm here to show you today is something you're probably not going to see a lot of online, and they are these crumb bumpers. This is a crumb bumper. What is a crumb bumper? So a crumb bumper is recycled tire crumb or tire rubber, where it's basically a highly engineered tire that has been reground, ended its life, and been reborn, reincarnated as a bumper plate. Aww. The nice thing about these bumpers is they're very, very durable. Almost, I'd say, bulletproof. We haven't shot a bullet through them, but, you know, almost bulletproof. They have a steel center hub normally. It's not necessarily connected in, but the crumb itself is extremely durable. You can bounce these things, roll these things around. You'll see these bumpers most often in a CrossFit gym. CrossFit known for dropping their bumpers 1,000 times over until they smash into a zillion pieces. But really the first thing that's going to go on these bumpers is going to be the steel hub, which is going to loosen over time, but the rubber itself, generally speaking, will remain intact throughout the life of that bumper plate. The interesting thing about these bumpers is these particular ones are a blemish bumper, which means there are cosmetic imperfections in the surface of the bumper. So if you see the edge here, it's not molded absolutely perfectly, or if the inside core needs to be a little bit tighter, or there's some dings or bubbles in some cases from the manufacturing and molding process, and that makes them a steal of a deal for you. So normally these would run, I think online, I want to say $2 to $3 a pound.
Oh yeah. It's all coming together.
You can pick up blemish bumpers of a number of varieties, but particularly the crumb for a significant amount less than that. And in fact, just recently we had some 25s here. I think we still have them for 50 cents a pound because of a liquidation that was going on. But regardless, crumb seems to be an extremely popular material, not only for its durability, they've used them in military settings before, but also for its longevity and also cost effectiveness, frankly. You can get other types of bumpers. Again, you know, like I mentioned, Walmart and Amazon, they sell smooth face bumpers that look very different from this. If you've watched the Garage Gym Experiment podcast a lot, you'll all know that Peter Keller from Fringe Sport went on there and broke a Walmart bumper plate in half over his knee with very little effort.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah!
So the reason why I like these kind of bumpers that are a little bit harder to do that to, if you've got 10s or 15s, you can they'll have more of a, you know, they'll be more likely to taco, which is, you know, they'll fold in half a little bit more easily. But the 25s, 35s, and 45s, very durable. Also, as you've been noticing in this video, my hands are now stained with black recycled tire crumb. That's another downside of these plates. Yes, they're inexpensive, but if your tire has been on the road and you've touched it any number of times on your vehicle, you'll notice your hands get absolutely blackened. Over time, that does take care of itself. You wipe them down enough times, it ends up being okay. But yeah, they still do blacken your hands.
Please! Please! No!
Also, one thing to note about bumper plates, if you don't know bumper plates generally, so bumper plates have different thicknesses. They're all the same diameter, down to about 10 pounds. You can pick up some 5-pound and 2.5-pound training plates, generally from 45 or 55 or even 65 down to about 10 pounds. And bumpers are going to be the same diameter, about 17.25 to 17.5 inches in diameter. And then width-wise, that's where it's going to vary. So you're going to see, you know, a few inches all the way up to like 4 or 5 inches for really meaty plates. If you put cast iron plates or even calibrated plates, which are even thinner on the bar, you'll notice that it's harder to lift, not because they're heavier, they're the same weight, but because of the distribution closer to the center of the bar. It acts like a fulcrum almost. Now, I didn't want to talk just about these particular bumpers. I did want to mention one other, which is Bells of Steel, which we are a distributor for. The benefit of having a Bells of Steel bumper is this is a premium bumper. It's made of virgin rubber, and it is super solid all the way through. The steel core is a lot more secured into the material, so it almost is welded into the inner rubber here. That means it's less likely to pop out. It's also virgin rubber, so it doesn't stain your hands like the Crumb does. And they're warranted, and you can drop the 10s and the 15s without them, I'm mashing this around with my hands, but they're very hard to bend in half, unlike, a 10 or a 15 pound in Crumb. So the 15, a 10's even thinner. You can drop these independently. They generally hold up and they are warranted. And that is a good option. Bells of Steel, like I said, we're a distributor for them, but they have really good pricing on their own for these type of bumpers. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit of a step up, but you're on a budget, maybe consider a Crumb first, and then maybe go with something like a Bells of Steel. But again, be careful. There are bumpers that look like this that cannot be dropped independently. These can. Stuff like this cannot. And if you go to Walmart, they'll have stuff that looks like Bells of Steel that you cannot drop because the 10s and the 15s will fold in half and crack, just like Peter Keller said. Keep that in mind. Just another good alternative if you're on a budget. That's my story for today. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are there better options, worse options? What kind of options are there? I like these because they're basically bulletproof, really good, cost effective, and I like the step up from them, but there's plenty of bumpers on the market. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. This is Ashton with Freedom Fitness Equipment, and I'm out.